All right, we're recording now and I know what I'm doing. Isn't that extremely exciting? I think it is. We're feeling good. Oh, whoops, I already had the game running. All right, we'll kick it over from my amazing header card, in my opinion. Going live. Yeah, buddy. All right, this is now really, this is really, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. All right, OBS over to game capture. We got all that working. We got this working. Nice. This is exciting. Get rid of my header card on my side. All right. Hello, mina-chans. Welcome to the first gameplay video of Angels with Scaly Wings, hosted by myself, Kaikage Amayo. Also, probably narrating. I have no idea if there's VO, voiceover work. So, this should be fun for us. Let's get started. You cannot skip that. Yeah, no, you, you cannot skip this intro sequence. This one you can't, thankfully. We've already seen this one. If you haven't seen it, check the first video when I introduce myself in the game. This is really fucking stupid. It's fantastic. All right, let's get to business. 0.6% CPU utilization. All right, we're good on both sides. Blam. I mean, kerblam. Let's see. Name. I think we'll just go with. Well, let me enter UTF-8 characters. The answer is it does not want to let you do that. We'll go with my image color is blue, obviously. Nice. We're in business. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. Okay, spacebar, not left click. That's actually useful. F full screen. Oh God, it's too bright. Oh wow, Flex doesn't like taking over for that. Okay, we're gonna keep it windowed on my side. That was a lot of white all at once. And mouse wheel. Oh, that's okay. That's pretty nice. I don't think you can do that in Steins Gate. That would be pretty good. All right, spacebar, mouse wheel. That's what we want to do. Oh, and I can use, okay, I can use H instead of the middle click. All right, nice, nice. That would be all. I like that. Oh, cowards. It's now set in 2077. This is now canon with Cyberpunk. Oh, holy fuck, it's actually Isekai. This is, oh, God bless. Thank you, Orange 13. Oh, I guess I should be narrating this part. The year is 20XX. That sounds lewd. Only recently has humanity discovered a portal that leads into a different world populated with a race of intelligent talking dragons. Casual sip. I was one of the few to travel to this world. But maybe. I should start at the beginning. Oh, it just goes right to the narration. I thought there was going to be another title card or something. It all began when we discovered a strange device in the middle. Oh, brother does just get straight up isekai. Is he just gonna like bammo and then that's it? Oh. I had heard about similar technology before, though that had been more on an experimental level. From what I knew, other portals had been created in the past and were under consideration for mass application. I think that maybe should have been production or like mass usage. Mass application, so weird phrasing. As for this one in particular, though, we did not know who built it, but who had built it, nor when, or why we found it in the wilderness where we did. What was more exciting to us was the fact that it was functional. After our first test, we found there was someone else on the other side who was in possession. Oh, so this is just straight up Stargate. And our attempts at communication through letters were successful. But in the end, the machine's extraordinary demand for power meant we needed to act quickly, as we wouldn't be able to keep the portal open for much. This is a good sense of urgency in this writing. This is actually really fun. When we made this known to the other side, we received a very unexpected reply, a letter of invitation. After some deliberation, it was decided to accept their hospitality and send a person to the other side. You think they drew straws? Was the loser the winner? There was an individual who took the job almost immediately. Oh, it's all strictly volunteer basis. Oh, is that us? Reza Izquierdo. It's- what? So he's literally just right left? Is that what the name is? All right. Sorry, I'm breaking character here. I knew him, or rather, had known him. We attended the same school back then and even had a few classes together. We were never really very close friends, but we talked to each other occasionally and hung around with the same crowd sometimes. However, we still went our separate ways in the end. I wasn't sure what to think about the whole thing, but he had to have known what he was doing. He was certainly brave. Either that, or just very, very foolish. Idiot baka. Am I right, guys? While I wasn't sure which, his courage was applauded by others. I, by others. After all, he couldn't have possibly have known who or what would await him at the other end of the portal. Did I mention I'm going into this blind? I have no idea what we're playing, by the way. It's just guessing that it's Stargate Isekai, Steins Gate Fantasy, or whatever. And if he did meet someone there, who knew what kinds of intentions they might have? That sounds lewd. Not that any speculation on our part would have made a difference. When the day finally came through, he went, with applause echoing across the area, equipped with only equipped with the clothes he wore. All right, his multi-tool, a gun, a missing comma, and a device on his wrist that acted as a PDF. So this is now Fallout. He's now got a Pip Boy. Then we waited. The crowd that was applauding him slowly dispersed when the enthusiasm died down, as there was nothing for us to do but wait and speculate. Approximately 8 hours later, we received our first message from him. A lot, a lot of things came into mind right now. While we had assumed the portal led to another, led to, I guess that would be another portal. That's not how I would phrase that. To another in a different country or maybe on a different continent, the reality turned out to be much more foreign. The situation he described to us was so outlandish that we initially took it as a joke. That's the first reasonable sentence so far. A very bad joke, maybe, with even worse timing and no punchline in us. That's two really good lines. It soon became clear to us, though, that we may just have made one of the most important discoveries since the dawn of mankind. Finding the portal had been remarkable in itself, but this took it to a completely different level. From what he described about the place, or more accurately, its inhabitants, we surmised it could not be part of Earth at all. We called them dragons, because according to Reza, that's what they were, or at least what they resembled most. Even though we found it hard to believe, it had been these dragons who sent us all the letters. And what Reza found on the other side of the portal was a whole civilization of them. They could talk, write books, that's kind of specific, had buildings, another missing comma, and electricity. In many ways, their society was actually very similar to our own. So, who were they? And where was this place? Could they be aliens? I think kind of de facto is yes. Our speculations led us to conclude otherwise. After all, we knew about the existence of thousands of planets millions of light years away that may have been theoretically habitable, yet even then we had never found conclusive proof in regards to actual alien life forms. That one's hyphenated, though. Some people brought up quantum mechanics and parallel universes, but in the end, all of this was just conjecture and an ultimately fruitless endeavor, since we neither had the means nor the resources to explore these possibilities in greater detail. This is like reading a lab report for one of my students' assignments when I was a TA. It's like it's correct in the sense that it's reporting you information you know to be true, but it's got that kind of it's got that student feeling to it, like that C plus student feeling to it. I think there's just one more thing worth mentioning before I move on. I should. This is important though. It's an important segue. That this is much more entertaining than my student assignments ever were. Like just much better. I wish I got this. The previous isolation had been mutual. Oh, that's a twist. It's very twisty. They hadn't known about any other intelligent life form beyond their own. Their portal had only recently been discovered and was a technology previously unknown to them. And just as we had missed about dragons, they had missed about us. That's funny. I think that's cute. I like that. That was what we knew about them so far. And as interesting as learning those things and debating their cultural significance was, we didn't really know what we should make of it at all. Reza apparently was sure of what he was doing, though, as he eventually let us know that they had agreed on a trade. Oh, this is interesting. We were to give them a few of our Pip Boys, which contained vast amounts of knowledge, dwarfing even that of encyclopedias. When was this written? Was this VN written in like 1984 when an encyclopedia was all you had? In return, they would supply us with generators. Oh, interesting. That's a pretty good trade. Overall, they didn't seem as technically advanced as we had been, but they did surpass us in that one aspect. Their means of generating energy seemed sustainable. Not only that, but evidently also quite efficient. We certainly would be able to put technology like that to good use, and trading mere past knowledge of the human race for something more tangible was a good call on his part. At a boy, Reza. Thinking like a PC right there. That was where I came in. My prior experience in both biology and sociology made me a good fit to deliver our PDA devices for the trade. And while in the Dragon's world, waiting for the prototypes of our generators to be manufactured, wow, they're making these things bespoke. That's a hell of a deal. I would act as an ambassador on humanity's behalf. Wow, this is just a very strong PC energy. What a way to make a first impression by a display of mutual goodwill. Everyone benefits and everyone goes home happy. All is well. At least that was the plan. I'm really enjoying this so far. The BGM is kind of like, whatever, but oh, that's because I think I forgot to capture the background audio. Oh, no, well, darn. I don't actually know why it's not capturing the background music. Oh, let me see if I can figure that out real quick. Um, I am not sure why not. Well, that's disappointing. It was working last night too. That's what I don't. It does say beta, so I guess I can't hold it to be that. Mike Oxai, yeah, Shazbot. Well, that is pretty disappointing, huh? It'd be like that sometimes. Anyways, we're just gonna have to push on with no BGM. I guess I'll have to work on that and off off broadcast kind of thing. Yeah, no, it says audio capture right there. Damn, I don't know why it's not picking up. I wonder if... No? No? Hmm. Despite the images that living, talking dragons might conjure up in some people's minds, I didn't even think of bringing a weapon myself, considering that they were reportedly friendly and peaceful enough. That's probably a mistake. You gotta stay strapped, my dude. There was no need for me to fear potential ill intentions like Reza did. We had stepped into unknown territory. And acting as humanity's ambassador, I had to do my best to uphold a high standard in fostering this diplomatic relationship. This really reads like a student paper. When the time came for me to step through the portal, all my mental preparedness vanished. My anxiousness was fueled by all the questions lurking in my head just as the machine started to do its work. Would it hurt? Who would I meet on the other side? What if they really weren't so friendly and just made Reza write those letters with the pretense of appearing friendly, only to lure us into the den of man-eating monsters in certain doom, with us ending up as nothing more than a tasty afternoon snack? That's a lot of vor imagery happening. It's probably not wrong, though. Maybe I should have brought a weapon after all. Suddenly, I felt a shiver coursing throughout my whole body and beyond when I disintegrated as if every cell, every atom missing another um, I would put a comma there. Was torn from me and pulled into a different direction. That's wild. I saw darkness and light painting patterns in the stars as I traveled, and images rapidly flashed before me of things unseen and unspoken. Both horrifying and beautiful, it was an experience unlike any other, yet over in just a split second. That's actually pretty raw. That's cool. I like that. Then it was dark. I could only see a patch of lighter color contrasting with its dark surroundings as my vision started to clear. Its edges got sharper as the patch of light slowly took shape, giving me the distinguished outline of a reptilian head and an array of horns spouting. Spouting? Not sprouting? Do they know what spouting means? From it. Oh, I like this blur effect. He's wearing glasses and a tie. He's wearing the tie in the spot I would expect. So I think that settles it once and for all, like how a giraffe would wear their tie. It's obviously right around the collarbone. It was a dragon. As I could see now, a dragon who not only, oh, look at this, had a pair of round glasses, but also wore a burgundy tie around his neck. I guess their name is Remy. In the name of our people, I bid you welcome. I'm sorry if I don't have many funny voices. I just have one voice, and it's probably kind of funny sounding, but not intentionally. If I may introduce myself, I am Remy, your guide and ambassador, a representative of our council. The dragon spoke! It was one thing to have heard and read about this, but something else entirely to have one standing in front of me in flesh and blood. I'm really enjoying this, like, read along genre of video. This is good. I can get into this. And tongue. It was good that all my mental preparedness had what? It was good that all my mental preparedness had disappeared? The fuck is that? When I was teleported, because nothing could have prepared me for this. Sorry, I might imagine you still feel the effects of the teleportation, Remy says. Drowsiness or weakness is not unusual, as is fainting and spontaneous emptying of your bowels, bladder, or stomach. I'd probably put an and or stomach there, honestly. Like, if you got one, you're probably getting the other. How do you feel? Let's find out. Rendered speechless, I had totally forgotten that I was shouldering the burden of shouldering the burden of humanity, uh, representing my people to them as well. So much for being professional, but at least he gave me a good excuse for my blunder. It'd be like that sometimes. I think I'm all right. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Bucko. Oh shit, their mouths move. This is awesome. Maybe we should go before it gets too dark. Come with me, please. Are we having fun? I'm having fun. So I follow the dragon, not straying too far from him, as the sun had already departed for the day and the remaining light diminished. I swear I'm literate by the minute. It's getting hard to see where I'm going. There's footsteps. Why can't I capture the audio? This is really killing me that I can't get the audio capture working. There's this really kind of like soothing cricket sound going on. I'm gonna see if I can maybe. There we go. I think. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, no, this mixer is not happy for whatever reason. Maybe if I try. Yeah, there we go. All right. Hopefully the gain is gonna be right on the recording. I'm kind of guessing there based on the settings I had last time. All right. Sorry about that, but we had good reason to schedule your arrival like this. We did not want you to be ambushed by a crowd, so we had to keep your exact time and date of arrival secret. Oh man, we're a celebrity. Thanks. I suppose in like an event like this would make me a celebrity of sorts. Look at that. It would be the same if one of you came to us. Well, that's true. That's quite an understatement. Some people here are rather superstitious. They might regard you or any of your kind as eyebrows divine, I suppose. Really? How so? We do have certain myths that involve humans in it, and as involve humans and as such, says Remy. Oh, I suppose the history lesson will have to wait for another time. Here we are. By this point, it had gotten so dark that I could barely make out the building before us. It looks. Imagine every single manga or anime you've ever watched or read. Picture that apartment, that one bedroom. Like the six tatami, like 6, 7, 8 kind of apartments. That's what we're looking at. Kind of dank. By this point, it had gotten so dark. I briefly wondered whether they might have streetlights elsewhere, or if they just did not require any due to possible enhanced eyesight or night vision. This is a really weird mix of like freshness and just like Kuso, you know. But I'm in. I'm enjoying this. I could vaguely see the dragon, his light color still visible within the blackness that engulfed the area, rear up and manipulate the door handle with one of his forepaws. Imagining a cat trying to open a door. I like that audio effect. Hinges creaking, the door opened, and with the flick of a switch, the apartment was flooded with light, blinding me after all the time we just spent without it. Remy says, "This is where you will live for the time being. It is fully stocked, but in case you need anything else, I left you a note with a few phone numbers. It is getting rather late, so I will have to take my leave now, glasses push. In any case, someone will come and meet you tomorrow morning." Thank you, Remy. Have a good night. Until we meet again, he says. With a nod, Remy left the apartment, mindful enough to close the door behind himself. Remy is well mannered. Surveying the room, I considered the events that had just transpired as my gaze met the window. I could see movement outside, and as I drew near, startled, I could hear footsteps in the grass moving away quickly. An intruder? A stalker? Love interest? All three? Assuming it must have been the dragon I just met, I thought nothing of it as I went to bed slowly and went to bed and slowly, apologies, succumbed to the sweet allure of sleep overdue. I spent a few moments thinking about my role, my mission, and what it meant to be here now. My man's regretting his life choices. It'd be like that sometimes. Oh, what do we think? I felt the responsibility placed on my shoulders, or I was eager. I'm thinking I was. Oh, this is. I actually am less annoyed by this paradigm they've gone with like the selection because it actually uses your image color as like the selected one. That's actually kind of cool graphic design. I kind of like that visual design. What do we think, loyal followers? Should we just roll the dice? Flip a coin? All right. It'll be 1d2 because I don't have a quarter, but I do have a robot, and we'll go 1 for responsibility, 2 for eager. Oh, good. The dice bot did what I wanted to. Yeah, we're eager for adventure. No, we're here. We're enthusiastic here. We're looking positive. So many possibilities and prospects raced through my mind. Truth be told, the thought of being able to meet an entirely new species and civilization excited me, as I was going to be one of the first to truly experience their society with its own little quirks, differences, and similarities. Now they're missing. Actually, comma's in the entirely wrong spot in that plot. I couldn't help but feel like some sort of modern Vasco da Gama or Marco Polo. You know, I'm pretty sure this is made by a Brazilian studio, right? Because not only was there a Portuguese language option, but also this is rather kind of like specific references. Maybe I would even write a book about the whole experience after it's all over. I was sure it'd become a big hit, all things considered. Wow, he's daydreaming big already. At any rate, this was going to be fun. I concur. Oh, this is fun. We've officially made it out of the prologue. We're now in chapter 1, Inception, with the baby dragon, I guess, just hatching. Back in the apartment. Turn the volume down a little bit. Both OBS mixer, but also my own audio. There we go. I awoke from uneasy dreams and restless slumber, looking at an unfamiliar ceiling. Just for a moment, I wondered where I was before the events of last night all came back to me. After a good stretch, I looked around the room, illuminated by the silent sunlight coming in from the window. Outside, in the distance, the portal I had emerged from proudly stood on the peak of a small hill. Getting ready, I noticed something lying on the table. It was the note Remy had left for me in case I needed anything. Along with his own home phone and work number, there were also some numbers for delivery of food and other necessities, as well as emergency and even janitorial services. He had certainly thought of everything, even though I now had to wonder what a dragon plumber might look like. Don't put dragon plumber into X hentai. Probably don't put that. Or do, I don't know. If it's funny, at me. My musings were interrupted when the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, I was met by another dragon. Who will we meet today? Oh my god, he's got little... His hat is being fully retained by going on his horns. Are his arms long enough to even put his hat on? Oh, and he's a stutterer. He's nervous. That's cute. I can't. Alright, I'm not gonna try. Hello, you must be Amayo. That's me. I'm Sebastian. I'll be your escort or security, I suppose. Usually I work for the police, though. He's a pig. That's disappointing. Nice to meet you. Maybe he's one of those quote-quote good cops. He seemed a lot smaller than Remy, and when he somewhat nervously extended his arm towards me, I noticed he apparently only walked on his hind legs. The two forelimbs instead of having distinct arms, hands, and fingers. You know, I honestly thought Remy was a biped, not a quadruped in his little artwork. I guess this is kind of an actual important distinction, I guess, for these guys. We've got some choices again, fellers. What do we think? Because obviously I'm just going to pick the one that I think is going to be the most funny, which is just kiss his hand, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna send it. I gotta read it though. When I took his hand into mine, preparing to kiss it, I could feel the individual bumps and scales on his rough skin. Oh my god. That was just somebody recorded a kiss sound into him. Like, that's not even... This game is honestly really charming. Nice to meet you too, Sebastian. So, where are you taking me? This is... What a lad. Just, what a lad. Straight to business, eh? We're going to visit the plant where they are making your generators. They have some news for you, or so I've heard. Reza will be there too. Sounds good, it does. Just follow me. He face tanked that hand kiss really well. I thought there was going to be more of a scene or something. Maybe next time. While we walked, I was under the impression we were purposefully avoiding the busier parts of the town. Instead straying towards the edges and small alleys as to not garner too much attention. Security lizard doing his best. Even then, we got the occasional stare. After just a couple of minutes, we arrived at our destination, where we were met by Reza, as well as yet another dragon, a vicious-looking beast that didn't stay too close to him. Doesn't look that vicious. Just made it, his hair tone just changed colors, right? This is not the same portrait we were looking at literally 15 seconds ago. His image color I would describe as a sunny flesh tone, maybe kind of a pretty saturated peach sort of color. You know, not beige, not khaki, but kind of like a, oh, you know what? The British had a color they called Long Range Desert Patrol Pink. I think that's pretty close. They painted their 4x, the half tons and the 3/4 tons, and I think they had a 1/4 ton made out of it's probably a Range Rover that had 4 seats that they gave the desert guys. I guess that would have been under market armor. Hey, he says. Oh, whoops. I mouse wheeled and went a little too far. Hey, he says. Reza, long time no see, mi hermano. How true that is. Good to finally see another human face around here. Oh, that's a little, come on, guy. Who would guess? What a coincidence to have you, of all people, show up indeed. It'd be like that. Yeah, I guess those degrees aren't so useless after all. Ouch. That hits a little close to home. Man out here. Oh, we'll get into that later, maybe. By the way, who's your friend? I'm really digging how saturated and just like how rich this blue is for our color. Reza says, just my bodyguard, same as yours. Don't bother with him, he doesn't talk much. The dick. Kind of jamming with this background audio, though. I hope I have the gains mixed right, so... These choices are pretty funny, too, though. I'm enjoying this. Let's see. I bet he'd win in a fight with mine, though. I mean, probably true, but rude. We're trying to be cool with the dungeon. He looks grumpy. Just like you. I think we'll go with just like you. Very funny. Regular clown over here. The two dragons exchanged a few words, and as I met the gaze of the larger, tenebrous dragon a few paces from us, Sebastian turned towards me and spoke up again. Hey, Amayo, this is Maverick. Nice to meet you, bud. Maverick, a dragon named Maverick. I want to meet this writing team. Maverick said, "Oh, I like his image color matches his skin tone. Almost, anyways. It's kind of more like a dark gold gray, dark ghost gray, and too light for gunship gray, but too dark for like a neutral gray or a light gray tone. Yeah, whatever. Just don't expect me to give you any special treatment like everyone else is, and we'll be good." What are you talking about, bud? So you're saying you haven't noticed the stairs and how they all treat you like you're the next messiah or something? No. Baka chikao? Nai? Yeah. That's all. I just thought, Kedo. Omoimasu. We're not the ones making a big deal out of this. You are, kid. We're just here to get what we agreed on, then we'll be gone. If anything, I'd actually prefer if you left us alone, but you're the one who insists on following me around wherever I go. Oh man, we're angry now. Come on, guys. Can't we be cool? Literally, this is just a business deal. Let's be professional. A growl escaped. I hope the growl came through because it was pretty growly. The darker dragon's trembling lips as he bared his teeth at Reza. Oh, here we go. Our boy Sebastian on scene. All right, that's quite enough. Let's just all go inside already, shall we? After you, because we're gentlemen. The crisis was quickly averted. That's good phrasing. As we entered the building, which was characterized by its many floors, high ceilings, and again, comma, in the wrong spot. All right. Yeah, no, I think I would need one right there. Long, narrow hallways as Sebastian led us to our destination. Oh, new dragon. This one's kind of got like, I have no idea what we call that, but it's got one of those going on. The pen is a good touch. I didn't think it'd work like that, but maybe you get enough friction off scales to keep it there without hair. There you are, says the unknown dragon. I was waiting for you. Nice. Get this printed down, put it on the wall. Pin up. Wait a minute, I thought we were going to meet the guys from production. What the hell are you doing here? The hell was my part. Sorry, everybody. That's not accurate to the script. I feel like it captures the emotion of the moment, though. They're only coming in later today, says Unknown Dragon, so you'll just have to make do with me. Oh, look how smug they're... Oh, that's big smuggins out here. Yeah, is that a blush? Does Dragon have a crush on this dragon? I see, Sebastian says, not looking very enthusiastic about this. Well, Amayo, this is Anna. She kinda manages this building, though she's more involved with the research wing rather than production and engineering. Wow, that's a pretty big portfolio. Nice to meet you, gentlemen. Nice. Anna's image color is pretty close to Raisin's. And probably is, I think, a match for her skin tone, if I had to guess. Next time Sebastian speaks, we'll have to take a look at that. My pleasure, she says. I have something for you, by the way. It'll take them a while to make all the generators we promised, but we've got one for you here. Feel free to send it home and give it a test. Nice. That's very cordial. That's great. I'll take it. Looks a little small if you ask me, if you know what I mean. As if reading my mind, don't underestimate its power. Oh, do be careful not to try. I can imagine dropping a fusion device or whatever the fuck it is not what you want to do. Sure, I'll be waiting outside while you do your thing, Amayo. He just slides across the screen, not even like cuts, but just slides. It's a nice touch. And Sebastian's color, matte. Yeah, I think that's his. Definitely not up here, but I think that's kind of his skin tone, probably. And he says that he's going to wait outside for us. What thing? Oh, have you brought my Pip-Boy, the PDA? The only thing we want from you? Of course. Here you go. Alright. Now to give it a test run. The PDA lit up as her hand swiftly moved around its interface. How do you even work a capacitive touchscreen when you do not have fingers? Because I think she had claws in that little pan shot. Swiftly around its interface in calculated motions. By the way, would you consider letting me run some tests on you as well? It would only take a drop of your blood. What? Why? I'm not into that. No. Blood stays on the inside. Oh, she's a biologist. I work in biology, so obviously this kind of thing would be very interesting to us. I'd share the results with you, of course. It's diabetes, man. You gotta watch out for your feet. What do we think? Input from the peanut gallery. 4 seconds. 2 seconds. Let's just give them, they want blood, fuck it. Great. She was quick to produce a small device from a drawer, which from a glance reminded me a lot of a test. She's strapped. Now, if you give me your hand, please. Nice. A little hand holding. As I reached out to her, she took my hand into hers before she pressed the device into the back of my hand. Man, that's rude. In the back of the hand? Shit, that stuff sucks. They took 8 vials of blood from me a week or 2 ago, and then I had to go right to work. That kind of sucked. I winced as pain jolted through my hand. Something sharp drove itself through my skin, and shortly afterwards, a droplet of blood was sucked into the tube attached to the small needle. buddy, you got lancet, dude. Don't make this a big thing. Literally a drop of blood. From the back of Hans Road, though. I mean, like, thumb is the usual spot for a reason. Thanks. Not even a thank you. Alright, you're welcome, bitch. You're welcome? Upward inflection? we got an achievement for that. Blood donation achievement unlocked. You gave, and I like this little icon. This is nice. Look how warm and just like bright it looks compared to the rest of like the system UI. Can't quite see your hands. Looks like your PDA is good, by the way, so we're just about done here. And since we're both in biology, it could be interesting if you want to meet me some other time as well. Oh, so here's the dating aspect. Here's my number. Ooh, forward. Wow. Strictly professional, of course, obviously. Hanky-panky in this universe. Well, that was interesting, we say to ourselves. Oh, Ray's is here. And apparently they had the same kind of conversation earlier. Why lie? We've got no idea what they might do with it, though. That's true. That's true. I'm sure this will have zero possible future negative consequences. Definitely. You would definitely not ask a question like that if you're going to do something with it, right? It's fine. It's fine. I'm getting hungry. How about some breakfast? I'm all for it. I can't stand early mornings like this. That's crazy. Sebastian says that shouldn't be a problem. Attaboy Sebastian, taking care of business. There's a cafe not far from here. What do you say, Mavers? Not even like Mav or anything, just Mavers. Oh, but Maverick seems to mellow down a little bit. I wouldn't mind to grab. Is that how I would normally phrase it? Wouldn't mind grabbing, I think is how I would phrase it. I'll bite myself. That settles it then, says Sebastian. Alright. What's the menu gonna be like? What is this? Uncle Mug. Oh, Uncle Bugan's. Coffee, donuts, pasta, burgers? That's a big menu. Luckily for us, the cafe was mostly empty when we arrived, as it was still pretty early in the day. Reza was quick to lead me a table for two, prompting the dragons to get one of their own. Wow, that's a dick move! Come on, guys, see plenty of tables for four. Just eat with the dragons. What an asshole. Get one of their own at the other side of the restaurant. And now we're in sides, too. So there's a human section? Containment zone? Rude. How are we doing for time? Almost an hour already. Wow, 43 minutes. He's a dick. Ugh, finally, he says. I can't stand that guy being on my tail. Nice, wordplay, all the damn time. Let's see, do we taunt him? Do we taunt him in a different way? Or do we commiserate? I feel like we want to taunt him some more, because, you know, he's just bullyable like that. We were approached by an individual who appeared to be the waitress of the cafe. She was an interesting-looking dragon who, unlike the others I had seen so far, was more akin to a wyvern, possessing two rather large wings as her forelimbs, which resembled those of an oversized bat. Oh, it's the humans! We're famous. I like these aviator goggles, the old-school leathers right there. It's got a nice touch. Alright. Let's see, this one's just, it's a little too sarcastic. I don't know, it's too early in the morning to be an asshole like that, I think. Let's go with waitware. Oh, we made her laugh. Nice. Should we screenshot? I feel like we should screenshot this one. He's looking, that wasn't the screenshot button. Oh, there it is. Alright, good to go. That's a good one, she says. Welcome to our establishment. My name's Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? Oh, damn! Let's see. Are we feeling brave? How do dragons even know what scrambled eggs and bacon are? Like, why would that be part of the dragon diet? Or coffee? Like, what about that would... Anyways. Let's feel adventurous. Yeah, me too, says Butthead. Just make it quick. Calm down, fuckhead. Alright. 18, however, takes it in stride. 2 specials coming right up. Those fucking transition animations where it's just a slide. That's good. As I was saying, and stay on topic more than 2 seconds. Look at the big picture. Don't you think there's just something off about this whole place? Where is it, really? Does it matter? This is supposed to be a completely separate place from Earth or even a different dimension. Some things just don't add up. Don't you think so too? I feel like there would be some interesting lore, under, like, I've noticed it too, or like, I'm not sure. But when they give options that are just literally, let me just grab my tinfoil hat real quick, I mean, how can you not want to just exercise that? The phrase it says, back to the scowl, I've been here much longer than you've been, as nasty as you can imagine it. Maybe you'll see soon enough. I can't be that bitter, just on demand, I don't think. I can't really say much more with you-know-who over there. He's probably listening to us right now. Let's see. Charming fellow. He doesn't seem so bad to me. He doesn't seem so bad to me. When I let my gaze wander, I saw that Maverick was looking in my direction. Our eyes met briefly, his expression not showing any discernible emotion. Well, I wondered whether it had just been a coincidence or if he really was able to hear us from the distance. Probably the latter. Glasses push. I do have some theories, says Reza. And if I'm right, we might be in trouble. What kind of trouble? What kind of travel? Well, we don't want no travel. What are you talking about, Reza? Shh! Be quiet. I'll let you know more as soon as I can. But for now, let's just play along. After all, we already have one of these babies, he said, she literally patting the generator's box for emphasis. Why is he still... Why did we take it to the cafe? That's not what I would do. God knows we need them. Oh, there she comes. Alright, what's for breakfast, lads? Female? She's got a name. Come on. Astounding me with your ability to balance the dishes on the edges of her wings. Missed opportunity for that is the CG right now, I think. I think that would have been something. She placed her forelimb on the table and proceeded to move the dishes from her wings to us with a gentle push of her snout. I like that sound effect, though. Lacking on the visual effects. Like, missed opportunity, I think, but the sound effect was pretty nice. I wonder if they had to record that themselves. There you go. Watch out, it's hot. Oh, these are rude. No, we're not here for that. Not here for that. It's too early in the morning. We haven't even ate. You're nice to waitstaff. That's the rule. Apparently today's special consisted of an odd-looking fish of some sort. I was a little hesitant to try it, but considering the steam coming from it, it was probably better to wait a few minutes anyway. I get it. I get the shit's hot. When the waitress brought out meals to the 2 dragons across the cafe and exchanged a few words with them, Raisin leaned forward and whispered something to me. I'll send you a letter with a coded message. Oh, this will be fun if we have to decode it ourselves. I mean, we probably won't, but it'd be kind of like a fun little mini-game, maybe. You'll know what to do. We didn't bring a strap with us, though. We're not ready for this, dude. We can't go into Minecraft like this. Reza rose from his seat before he made it known to me that he still had a few things to do, and left the restaurant. He didn't even eat? He didn't even pay. What a dick. Followed shortly after by the larger of the two dragons, Maverick. But you haven't even touched your fish. Game reads my mind. I wasn't in a hurry, so I spent a few more minutes in contemplation while I looked out the window. Not that this whole situation was already bizarre enough, there was also now the vague sense of danger conveyed by Reza's earlier words. I did not even have an idea what kind of threat might be lurking out there. Should have brought the strap, my dude. Eventually, I took a bite of my somewhat unusual breakfast. While I already thought the smell was quite peculiar, the taste had been even worse. I imagined that it might be the kind of delicacy that had an acquired taste. One that I had certainly hadn't acquired yet. I decided to get outside before it was too late. Ungrateful. Both of you, ungrateful. Sebastian wants to know if we're done. Sure am, we say, not even pretending. How'd you like it? Oh, this is polite. This is good. I'll just say it's probably not for me. That's a delicate way to say that. Sebastian says, and you wouldn't be the only one to say that. You better wait outside just in case it decides to come up again. Are we eating some sort of awful lutefisk? Is that what's going on? Oh, achievement unlocked. Bravery. The system says we tried the odd-looking fish. That's nice of us to get recognized for that. Sure thing, we say. Let's get out of here. I stepped outside, taking in the scenery of this strangely familiar world. We've left the land of Japan micro-apartment complexes and have entered the world of... well, I have no idea what the fuck this is, honestly. Who the hell designs a street like this? With, like, what is this little... Who the hell does that? Call this generic fantasy, I guess? Must be nice to have all that land and just be like, we don't have to use this efficiently at all. Fuck them. Drinking the last of my soda pops. Rip in peace, Coca-Cola Zero. In the short time I was here, I had already found the similarities between their world and our own utterly fascinating. After all, we were talking about an unmapped place with a never-before-seen form of life. As far as discoveries were concerned, even something as simple as a new unicellular organism or even bacteria would have been remarkable. That's true. Yet here I was, standing in the middle of a village evidently built by this race of intelligent talking dragon. Back to the talking thing. I guess you need two adjectives. Like intelligent dragons, you need a second, I guess. With a society not unlike our own. Remarkably similar, in fact, yeah. I wonder what the twist is going to be. Because I feel like it's going to be pretty twisty for what we might typically expect. We'll find out. I wonder how long this game is. You think we're going to have like 300 videos by the time we're done? That's a lot of content. I hope it's not that long. Reza didn't seem to share the same interest and instead was more smitten with the generator. But given our reasons for coming here in the first place, I couldn't blame him for his enthusiasm being focused on something else. My thoughts were interrupted as something suddenly zipped past me just a little too close, causing me to stumble back. It was a rather small dragon with a bag clamped in its maw who had apparently had somewhere to be. Oh, it's the male dragon. No, this is the late for school dragon. I think that was the let's there we go. Yep, that's JK late for school with the toast in her mouth. Look right there. I regained my footing and watched as it disappeared in the distance. Even though I'd seen enough dragons to recognize, man's seen like 3 dragons and he thinks he's seen enough. That's very brave. To recognize their variations in size, color, and other attributes, I guess this one must have been a juvenile of the species. Shortly afterwards, Sebastian joined me outside, having taken care of the tab. Thanks, bud. I gave her a generous tip on your behalf. Yeah, you did, buddy. I hope you don't mind. Let's see. Money is fake and imaginary, and tipping waitresses who give good service is praxis, so we are positive. In any case, now that you've given us the PDA and raised it as the generator, you're free for today. So, if you want to go anywhere in particular, let me know, or I could show you around town. Oh, I was gonna say let's get saucy with it. Let's get the guided tour. I was tempted to be given a tour, but considering Ray's words, I want to be careful and not stray too far without knowing more about this world first. All right, that's reasonable. I think I'll stay home for today, we say. I still have to get used to everything, you know? I'll just accompany you back then, says Sebastian. Our handler is onto us. Oh, I have words of encouragement from my followers. Orange 13 wants one of our friends to tap in that when they go to bed, they will pester me to be a pest to dragons and humans alike. I like that kind of energy. Our friend responds, I make zero promises. Fair enough. Fair enough. Orange 13 says, quote, also I have to admit that this is a lot less awful parenthetical so far than I was expecting, quote. I know, same. This has actually been at least a B, like solid passing. Maybe even, yeah, that's a solid B. I think that feels about right. We're having fun. We're having a good time. Looking forward to the twist. Apparently I've missed something. Oh, I've been missing the chat the whole time. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you're right. My bad. Didn't even... I'm not very good with computers, honestly. I just know how to use them in Google shit when I have problems. That's it. Everything else is basically just like inertia and me having more patience than I thought. Okay, let's catch up on the chat real quick. Important lesson learned. My nuisance cannot penetrate physical barriers. That's disappointing. They're making fun of my inability to use OBS. Not wrong. Not wrong. I'm amazed it's doing this much so far. I am the Messiah now. So far, I think. Dragons with legends about weird naked monkeys. Yeah, that's so far that tracks. Dragon with nods, that'd be funny. Dragon with nods is strapped. Dragon cop. Decaf. I guess that'd actually be Dakip, because you still need that A. I guess it'd still be ACAP. I don't know. Whatever. The author's barely disguised fetish. That must have been kissing Sebastian's hand in the apartment. Dragon Pokemon fights. It's just a cute girl dragon. It is. It was, I guess. A chance of blood magic. Is she blushing while taking your blood? That's kind of worrying. I'm not wrong. Quote, dating the girl who gets hot under the collar while she steals your blood seems like a great decision, end quote. I agree. We'll see if we can do that. dragon pasta. Her Italian dragons quote. Why does the waitress have goggles? Because she's a wyvern. She flies. Come on, stop hating. She commutes to work airborne. Oh, he's got to go to bed. Let me know how many dragons you managed to date, end quote. I paid her off to apologize for you being such a dork. We'll do our best. We'll do our best. Alright, back to business. Oh, we passed the hour mark. Isn't that exciting? I think it's exciting. Sebastian has successfully escorted us home. Well, there we are, he says. Home sweet home, we say. For now, at least. I'm both kind of disappointed that there's no VO work. I mean, like, not that I really expected that, obviously, from, like a small production game kind of stuff. But at the same time, I think it would have been really funny. But I am glad that, it gives us so much opportunity to talk over each other. I think that's good. It's kind of like a Kazatsu kind of thing going on, but like, we're focused, we're on task. I like it. It's good. It's good flow. Sebastian says, well, if you need anything, I'll be outside until my shift ends. God damn him, he's just gonna fucking wait? That sucks. Sorry, buddy. Being a Weiji's rough, let me tell you. Otherwise, Mata Asha, he says, see you tomorrow. Thanks, bud. Catch you on the flip side. Later, spelled L8R. Had to thank somebody for their generous donation of their time on a work night. It's important to recognize people putting the effort in to be with you, I don't know where I'm going with that. Let's just get back to reading. Vibing with the BGM, though. It's like, got the 808 running in the background. Snare and the hi-hat. Kind of down. Not bad. I wonder what else the composer's done. Anyways, I hadn't really looked at the apartment much, so I spent the rest of the day investigating it and relaxing. I considered checking out some of the phone numbers Remy had left me, but I thought it was better to keep a low profile for now. Probably. I don't know how long we're going to be here. I found the kitchen fully stocked with plenty of groceries, though. Grocers, though the variety was wasted on me. I hadn't been a particularly great cook in the first place, but what was more, I didn't even recognize some of the things I found there. Dragon pasta? Whether they were edibles that had, whether they were edibles that we had back home? The fuck? Whether they were edibles that we had back home that I just didn't know about, or something completely alien, I wasn't sure. But I didn't want to take the risk of eating anything I didn't know. Buddy, it's too late for that. They even gave us achievements for it. After all, it was possible that some of the comestibles now might be fine for them to eat, but still be poisonous to us. I mean, you could kind of rude to just call them them. Kind of vague, too. Why wouldn't you just say, anyways? I was also glad to find a shelf that was filled to the brim with a variety of books. I was actually honestly expecting alcohol in that one. While I found the subject matter of mythical reality to be quite intriguing, I had to give up after just a few pages due to its exceptionally dry writing style, which I wasn't inclined to enjoy at the moment. Somewhat self-aware. Because I think that self-awareness that is just completely accidental. I don't know which I like more, actually. In the end, I settled for an adventure novel about a dragon archaeologist who stumbles upon the remains of a long-lost human civilization, after which she is hunted by an evil organization who wants to use the found magical artifacts for its own nefarious purposes. That's just Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Except that sounds better because Crystal Skull is not very good. So this is really more like Temple of Doom, maybe? Somewhat Holy Grail, depending on how you kind of conceptualize the Grail and exactly, your... Anyways, I don't even want to get into that. We can save that for later, maybe. Bye, everybody, heretics. Sorry, everyone. You've been excommunicado. While entertaining, I had to admit that it reminded me a little too much of the trashy novels we had at home. I certainly found it amusing that certain tropes were not really unique to us as a species, though I wondered whether this kind of literature had fallen into disfavor here as it had back where I had come from. Oh, wait, this is, no, the Dragon Archaeologist is she. That makes her that awful Star Wars character, right? Whose name I literally will not remember or care to know because it's one of the most awful things I've read about that franchise in a long time. I think she's supposed to get her own TV show. Mashallah, that does not come to pass. Inshallah, I guess, is more appropriate. That does not come to pass. Because definitely I think that's still set only a few years before after Yavin. So they're still an empire, but anyways. Or is it supposed to be like Knights of the Old Republic kind of shit? I don't know. Whatever. I was reading a particularly exciting scene in which the hero Sheridan uses one of the magical artifacts shaped like a pair of human hands holding a scepter with the globe at the top to prevent herself from being crushed and ground into a bloody pulp by an ancient human temple's moving walls. That's just Star Wars, isn't it? That's the trash compactor. When I suddenly heard the doorbell ring. Unless Sheridan is a reference to like some other sci-fi work that I don't know. I'll be honest, I haven't really read a lot of like what people consider like fundamental sci-fi kind of stuff. I know a little bit of everything, emphasis on like a little bit, and big emphasis on like not really everything, but like a confusing array of topics. None of which have like any cross-pollination or like synergy with each other. The doorbell. Who might Liz be? Oh, this feels a little Johnny Sins, doesn't it? Hello there, please give me your signature and your blood. Nothing bad will come from this. Please sign here. As if the game is reading my mind. I'm not signing away my rights with this, am I? I've got a letter for you that requires signature confirmation. That must be from Reza, I guess? I've got a okay, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something else. I forgot what it was. Naruto Hodone. Toimashita. No, sorry, that's No, that is right. Yeah. I was all intuition. I doubted myself. Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna try to trust my instinct more. Looking over the clipboard the small dragon was holding up to me, I saw that the sender of the letter in question was Reza, as expected. Alright. I like the, they had a actual effect for the signature scrawl. That was good. I like the attention to detail. I'm Lorem, by the way, the dragon says. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Oh, Sebastian on scene. Hey, buddy. What the fuck? This is my guy. Lorem says, hand in the air. I'm just making small talk. Get off my dick, bro. Lorem is apparently a public nuisance, much like I am. Wait a minute, Sebastian says. I recognize you. You tried to do the same thing with Reza. Maybe I should report you to your superiors for your inappropriate behavior toward your clients. Snitching isn't cool, but unprofessionalism is also not cool. So I think I'm with Sebastian in snitching on this one. Because really, it's only snitching; it's not justified. the changes in CG and like the CG like drawings and stuff like aren't huge, but I thought that one conveyed a really quite impressive amount of character and depth right now. Lorem says, but it's important! Exclamation point. Please, just let me talk to him for a few minutes. You know how it is. Apparently it's rough. If you want an interview with one of the humans, you'll have to get permission from the proper authorities, buddy. Go home. Lorem sighing in defeat because he knows Sebastian's right. Help me out here, buddy. As an ambassador, you care about the accurate portrayal of humans in the media, don't you? Head back up in the air, rejuvenated by his own cheekiness. Then you should talk to me. Otherwise, someone else will fill in the blanks, and who knows what they will come up with. He says, "Let me show you something." Yeah, don't mind that I'm not doing my job right now, he says as he just kind of casually brushes aside his entire reason to raise on that. And exhausted. Good job, fucko. He says, I wanted to show you some pictures of what people think humans look like. On some of them, they have like quote, sick, as I see, 4 heads and look nothing like you. It's crazy. What are you, Lorem? A reporter? A cop? Fed? Narc? No, says Lorem. I'm just... Oh, I'm getting heated. You want me to remove him, Amayo? Is what he's saying true? Sebastian, not happy about it, beat a sweat. I guess, he says. I see. Naruto Hodone. That sounds pretty Emoshiroi, though. That name. Alright, buddy, look. You can leave your number here and maybe I'll call you later. But that's all I can promise. Rejuvenated. Revived by the spirit of goodwill. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Master Two Legs, Lorem says. He quickly produced a small sheet of paper and scribbled his number on it. Afterwards, he sheepishly presented it with both hands. What a good boy. Sebastian says, alright, you got what you wanted. Off you go now, kid. And outro. Slide. Is my word that I just forget. Imitation, representation of a broken power supply, and also this sound effect that Lorem just makes. Sebastian apologizes. Sorry about that. We say, it'd be like that sometimes. Don't worry about it. And I guess that is the end of Sebastian's shift, perhaps. Or he's simply exiled outside, not allowed to sit inside. That's rough, buddy. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, we say. With all the commotion, I almost forgot that I was also still holding Ray's letter. Let's throw up a quick save real quick. Here we go. Alright, let's get that. Nice. First save in the book. Oh, let's check out our achievements. There's a lot of achievements. 63 achievements in this. What do we got? Prescription, take a dragon dose of medication. Drink a mysterious liquid. That's sad, wasting eggs. Fruitarian. Nuisance. I feel like I'm spoiling our, not just myself, but us looking at these. So let's get out of the achievements. And I think that's going to be where we end for this particular stream. It's getting a little late in the day here, and I still have some chores I need to do. That's the nice part, I think, about this kind of format that we've got going on. Makes it easy to kind of like jump in, jump out, work around, the schedule. Believer in the VOD format kind of stuff for this. I think that'll work well. So let's kick over to my brand new end credits, which I think I'm rather pleased with. Handwritten, because I felt like that was on brand for what we got going on, just kind of like energy wise. Thanks for reading along with me. Desu Desu wa. Actually, Desu Desu wa wa. Shout out to Salome Same Desu wa for popularizing the Desu wa format. See you next time. Nina and Vox, please do voices for me. Fakashi Maste Gozaro. I think that would be pretty funny to get some extra voices in here. And we'll see you next time. I think maybe we'll spend a couple minutes at the most talking about myself on top of that, I think. Let's get some background audio in here, though, actually. I think I'm kind of down with the BGM we got coming from the game. It's if I can figure out how to configure it, anyways. Like I said, I'm still working on this OBS kind of thing. Oh, that's cool. Mic input is global throughout your scenes, so thank you OBS. That's pretty nice. Right, I was going to talk about myself a little bit more. I am a he. Is important, maybe? It's 2022. I don't really think it's that important, but someone somewhere will probably ask, and might as well preempt that and answer it. Have a bunch of degrees that I have not done anything with, unlike 2D Via and Amayo and Reza, so that's disappointing. Finished my master's last year. A little bit about taste and preference, maybe. Things I like. Pancake breakfast. Was at Pancake Place yesterday. Fantastic bacon, excellent potatoes. But I'm not usually a thick pancake guy. I'm like a great pancake kind of guy, which aren't really pancakes in that sense, at least in the American kind of sense. Japanese pancakes are really pretty good. Wish I could find one of those. We used to have a honey toast place in the neighborhood for a whole 6 months or something before they went out of business. That business unit, that particular suite has been occupied by 6 or 7 different businesses in the last 6 years. I think it's 2016, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's probably been at least one business a year, I think. So good luck to whoever the current tenant is, because historically that's a rough spot, apparently. What else? I was a graduate assistant, TA teaching assistant for all 4 semesters as a graduate student. So if you hear me compare stuff to my student work, it's what it's getting judged against. I spent a lot of time doing that. I think I've graded literally hundreds of final essays and an equivalent amount of students, I guess. So hundreds of students generating 1,000 or 1,000 plus assignments and hundreds of final essays. Anything else important? Music. I love music. almost all kinds. Not, I'll be honest, I don't really get a lot of country, and further being honest, a lot of metal doesn't really make sense to me. Kind of like the more niche stuff, I just have no contextualization for. It's just kind of like, so sorry, maybe if we don't have the exact same tastes. But I love music, so add me if there's anything interesting. Anything else for today? VTube avatar soon, maybe? Probably not, but I think it would be fun. Take this thing live 2D. I've been reading live 2D documentation kind of on and off, and seems certainly technically feasible. I have a 3080 and a Ryzen 7 5800X, so I don't think that's really the issue there. Mostly it's going to be just whether I can actually learn how to do it with any sort of effectiveness, because I do kind of want to do the rigging on my own. I think that would be fun. And also cost effective, because I bet the rigging is what costs like 10 trillion buckaroos, and I do not have that kind of simoleon. All my qualities are currently going elsewhere. I don't know, I'm having fun so far. I hope you guys are too. All like maybe one, maybe five, hopefully more than that. I guess it doesn't really matter, actually. I don't know why I say hopefully. I would like to be popular. I don't think it would really matter though if I at least entertained a couple people. I think that's enough for today. I've got to go do some other stuff. Got laundry and things to do before I go back to work, because I'm one of those suckers who works Saturday through Wednesdays, which sucks butt. Let's keep having fun together, and I will see you all next time. Outies, outro, signing off. Goodbye.